So today you guys are going to fill out the interest order information and answer some questions, and then tomorrow you will investigate the other way to do it by paying it off in the order of balance. So now it's time for us to go find our workbook for the day. So if we go to Google Classroom, go to Math with Baki, we'll go to classwork. And right now, guys, we're still in week 2, and I just added, you should have already done that Monday workbook for option B, the credit card research. Yesterday was just a makeup day. And now we're in here, option B, Wednesday and Thursday workbook. And you're going to open it up and it will look like this right here. Are we going to do the high rate versus the debt snowball? So you've already seen this chart that I talked about. These are going to be the 5 things that we're going to pretend that you owe in your life. Those are your 5 pieces of debt that you owe banks and credit card companies. So we are going to click on this little what's the cost calculator. And this is going to walk us through being able to understand how much money we can save or waste depending on these options. So first we're going to change this to 5 different debts. And now we need to think of, including your minimum debt payments, how much money per month do you want to spend on servicing your debt, meaning paying it off? And now if we think of the first hexer, option A, when we did our 50, 30, 20, ideally, if you have this much debt, you're using 20% of your paycheck to pay off your debt. So in this case, we're going to assume that you have $1,400 extra per month to pay off debt. So we're going to type in $1,400 right here. Make sure this is selected for interest order. And now we're going to type in those 5 debts. This is going to be credit card 1. And now we'll go type in the balance at $5,000. We're going to leave the non-flexible unchecked. We're going to go to standard APR now. Remember, APR, guys, is your annual percentage rate. It's the same thing as your interest rate. APR is your interest. That's how many fees you'll be charged. In this case, it'll be 26.9%. We are going to skip the intro rate, and then you are going to fill in how much you're either going to pay per month or what percent of your balance. In this example, guys, we're going to assume for both of your credit cards, you're only going to do the minimum payment, which is only 3% of what you owe the credit card companies. So over here, we're going to choose this 3% option instead of that and leave that first box blank. And now we'll fill out the rest. Credit card 2. Feel free to skip the rest of this video if you feel like you can fill all of this out, but I'm going to go ahead and walk through all 5 options just in case you want that. So you owe $2,950 on the second credit card with a standard APR, which is way better than your first one of 8.25. Skipping the intro, and just like the first credit card, you're paying 3% of your balance. You're only making the minimum payment, which I think is pretty irresponsible, but we'll look at some other options later. But sometimes that's all you can do. All you can handle is your minimum payment based on your budget and your paycheck. Debt number 3 was our student loan. The balance was a little bit higher on this one, 25,745. Oops, 25,745. The APR on this bad boy is 10.5. Skipping the intro rate again. But if you look here, we are not going to be doing a percent of the balance. We have a fixed monthly payment of $347. So I'm going to put that $347 fixed. That's how much money you know you'll pay on your student loan every month. Debt number 4, I believe, is your vehicle debt. So I'm just going to put car loan at $10,392. The standard APR of 4.61. That means this person has a good credit score at least. Skipping the intro, and now we need to see, do you have a fixed number or a percent of the balance you're going to pay? In this case, it's a fixed number of 310. And now we'll finally go to your mortgage, your home loan. That's what a mortgage means. That means you're paying off a house, which is always going to be pretty expensive, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So 197 with an interest rate of 3.44. in the intro. And now let's see what either our fixed or percent balance is going to look like here. And we will do 447. Once you have it all figured out, you're going to hit calculate. It'll do some crunching for us. And now when we scroll down, I'm going to walk us through how to use this nice blue box and this chart down here to answer some of our questions around the debt management.